The very last line of Psalm 3 is a line where David writes, "May your blessing be on your people," says that to God. And you know what that line made me think of when I read it? An old movie called Gladiator. So Gladiator is a movie that takes place back in the times when there were gladiator games in Rome. They would have people come into the Roman Colosseum and they would fight one another. Sometimes they would let animals loose on them, like tigers and whatever else, to make it just a little more interesting for everybody who was watching. But they were the gladiator games. The entertainment of the day was to watch some guys duke it out for their lives. And in some of the scenes in the movies, they're showing the games, and they get done with the games, or they get done with a certain battle where one guy is fighting another guy, and one person is obviously in control. One person has been beaten down so badly, he's down on the ground. There's no way he can fight back. And the person who is standing over him, victorious already, looks up to the emperor, and he's waiting for a sign. And the sign that the emperor gives is going to be one of two signs. It's either going to be a thumbs up, or it's going to be a thumbs down. A thumbs up means let him live. He's obviously defeated, let him live. He'll go on and battle another day, but a thumbs down would mean end his life. And then the gladiator would do exactly as the emperor said. It would have the emperor's blessing, in a sense, to end that person's life or to save that person's life. And you could see the crowd get into it, that they're cheering. If they liked the fighter who was defeated, they'd give him the thumbs up, say let him live. And if they didn't like him, they give him the thumbs down. They wanted him to die. But the emperor had the power to make that decision. Thumbs up, thumbs down. May your blessing be on your people, David wrote. You probably have days when you think about your life, like just your life and your heart. When you might come to the conclusion that if God were making a judgment on your life, he'd give you the thumbs down. Look what you didn't do today. Look at who you hurt or neglected. Look at how selfish you were. Look at how weak your faith is. Thumbs down. I bet you have days like that. Maybe today was one of them. If it was, or if you ever do have days like that, I might just give you the encouragement to stop looking at your life for a moment and look instead at the life of Jesus. Remember the life of perfection that he credits to you, that God credits to you by faith. So that what the Father shouted about the Son multiple times during his life on earth, "This is my Son whom I love, with him I am well pleased." Well, you can know that your Father says that about you. You are God's child who he loves. With you he is well pleased. Not because of your life, but because of Christ's life, credited to you. Ever wonder about how God would evaluate your life? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Stop thinking about your life. Think instead about the life of Jesus, the one that ended on a cross when the sacrifice was complete. And you were forgiven of everything. You are forgiven. Which means that God no longer has a reason to give you a thumbs down on anything. Everything is forgiven. There's no record of sin left. David ends here really in Psalm 3 by giving us such a key part of Christian living. Just thinking more of God than we think of ourselves. Because the more you think of God, what he has given, what he has done, what he promises, the more we will remember that we live with his blessing. We live with God's blessing. Rest well tonight, my friends.